How's it going, guys? LinuxDaily back with another distro review. Today's distro review, we'll be taking a look at Bodhi Linux. It's built off of Ubuntu LTS. Not exactly sure which one, like 1604 or 18 point whatever. But never touched this Linux distribution before. It's got an app center, this weird desktop environment, and a couple different options over here to download. So you get standard release, app pack release, and legacy release. I downloaded the standard release right here. So with that being said, let's get to the initial install and review. Alright guys, we are in our bootloader from the ISO file. We have a couple different options here. I'm just going to go ahead and pick the live option, which is the default, by the way. Click off the VirtualBox notification, and we wait for it to boot up. This looks like a standard Ubuntu boot screen. So it's still doing its thing. This is all normal. And we are almost there. Please wait while we are loading Moksha settings, thought it said. Alright, so it's going to look a bit enlarged because I have it in scaled mode, because when I booted it into earlier just to make sure it even booted, it was not liking, it was pretty much like a Debian one where it wouldn't go to full screen mode quite as nice as I would like. So it does look like a fairly neat environment. Never quite seen an environment themed like this. So from my understanding, to install, you go up here and on the preferences, yep, there you go. Would have been neat if they had a little thing on the desktop or right here that will bring you there. So it looks like we got a little wristwatch looking thing as our cursor. So we got a darker theme, big English, and what I've noticed is the cursor is actually facing the other way, which is quite odd. So this looks like a very similar to a Ubuntu install. Well, if you look down here, it's the Ubuntu logo. So there's that. Install third-party software for graphics, Wi-Fi. I am not going to do that. And I will install that. Click next. And I will not encrypt anything. Erase disk install is perfect for me. Click install. And then I'm going to continue because there's nothing on the virtual hard disk. That's good. So here's where we tell them that I'm LinuxDaily. Keep that the same. LinuxDaily, and a very secure password. I obviously know that that's not a secure password. So at this point, it's probably going to take a little while, so I'll get back to you when that is complete. Alright guys, it looks like the installation is complete. We have a couple options here to continue testing or restart now. I'm going to go ahead and click restart. And that's a neat little boot screen it's got going. I'm going to wait for it to reboot. Please remove the installation medium and press enter. See if it automatically does it. Alright, it is booting, it looks like. I don't know exactly how long this will take. Alright, I'll click off of this one. Alright, so here we go. Type in a very secure password. Of course, if you're installing this on actual hardware, the resolution will look a lot better than this. This is just running in scaled mode because, to my understanding, I don't think it works in full screen mode. So with that being said, let's go take a look around the desktop environment. So, pretty easy to navigate. You single click on it and it pulls up a menu, which is actually pretty neat. Instead of clicking down here for that, you can literally just click right here. So, not 100% sure what comes pre-installed with this Linux distribution. I have never messed around with it. So the App Center pulls up the web browser. It looks like, no, it's not the web browser. Well, yeah, it is the web browser. Never mind. It pulls up the website because there's homepage and all that up there. So it looks like when you want to download stuff, it downloads from the internet, the web browser. Just click games, play on Linux. Let's download Solitaire and then install just to see how it is done. Type in a very secure password to this program called esudo. Password is incorrect. There we go. Bodhi application installer. Yes. I love those little animations. It is a pretty nice distribution. Successful package installation. Close, and let's minimize that. So yeah, it did install, which is pretty weird how it does it right from the browser. That's not gonna work. I'm not the best at solitaire to begin with. Oh, it has some little sounds too. I don't think it's routed through my encoder. But it's making a little click sound when I swipe through the deck. So under accessories, you get ePad, which is most likely your notes. Yes, it's your text editor, kind of like a Jedit or Gedit, however you want to say it. You get also help there. AR and R. Oh, that's your screen layout editor. Network connections, self-explanatory. There's the game I installed that does not come pre-installed. You have to install that. ePhoto is a photo viewer. Yep, photo viewer. The scale mode's kind of bugging me right now. Graphics, I'm going to click over here. You get ePhoto. And you get this Midori browser. I've never heard of that, but that's what you get. You might be able to install Firefox. I will get to that when you get to the terminal. And you get private browsing as well. So pulse audio volume control. Then here's where you get your Bodhi App Center, File Manager, GDebi, System Settings, System Updater, and Terminology, which I believe is the terminal, just looking at the icon. Home, Quick Launcher. Oh, so that's nice. That is actually pretty nice. I like that. Take screenshot and about operating system. So it looks like you reset the desktop environment right there. And we'll get to the customization in a bit. So that's just your log out, lock, and suspend, and all that good stuff. So let's go to the terminal. Yep, it's under here. It has a really neat kind of theme to it. I really like it. That is really weird. It has a little bell, sound. Alright guys, I quickly just got out of the recording and got back in to reroute the volume in the encoder. So when you press backspace, or like if you press tab on a command that's not recognized, it's gonna make a little bell sound, which is actually pretty cool. So I'm gonna see if this works. It is a neat font what they got going on though. So it thinks it's Ubuntu. Yeah, it thinks it's Ubuntu. But it's Bodhi with a weird desktop environment I've never quite heard of before. Let's see if you could, yeah, it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't even put it in here under DE. It just puts Window Manager in E17, which again, I've never heard of. So, I'm not gonna type that. So it doesn't do it for, when you type in something wrong, or nothing at all. So, can't type today. Sudo apt install Firefox. Not Firefix, Firefox. So it looks like you can install it. I wonder if it's on the App Center. Let's double check that under, we can probably just search here. Firefox. Yes, right here, Firefox is on the App Center. So it's going to install it here, and Applications, Internet, and Firefox is right there. So it is built off Ubuntu, so you do get apt, like I showed previously. I really like that. So exit out of that. So let's take a look at some of the customizations. I'm going to click over here actually. Moksha green. So that brings the Bodhi logo there. So it makes it look a little different actually. Yeah, everything looks a little different now. Let's open up a file browser. If I can find one. Why did I take a screenshot? Get out of that. I don't quite know how to use this desktop environment yet. Accessories. Let's forget about that for right now. Theme. I need to see a name again. Moksha Dark is what I just picked, which looks like it's the standard one. Yeah, it looks like the standard one to me. So about theme and reset. Probably just reloads everything. So let's go to settings and system settings. So it's kind of got its own thing. Here you got your startup applications, translations, transitions actually, borders, fonts, colors, theme, application theme, and wallpaper. So it looks like you get one by default. Or maybe you can click personal. No, it looks like you only get the one by default. So, apps, you get your favorite applications, iBar applications, lock screen applications. So it looks like you can put a, I'm not quite exactly sure what this does, which is weird. Desktop environments. So it looks like you can have some options here, execution and major desktops. If you have those installed, maybe. I don't exactly know. Backlight. This is probably more of a laptop kind of thing. Yeah, it doesn't work on VirtualBox, which is to be expected. Touch, mouse, ACPI, all that good stuff. Yeah, all that's kind of self-explanatory. It doesn't have a whole lot. What are gadgets? Layers, background. Oh, so it's kind of like the Windows Vista gadgets. It's a really tiny clock. So there's the clock. Looks like you could have gadgets like on Windows Vista. What are shelves? It's kind of confusing. I really don't know what these are. There's not multiple desktops. There's something going on there. I don't know. I usually just work off the one desktop. I don't know what all the other stuff is. So yeah, that was a quick look at Bodhi Linux. Kind of bare bones. Don't really have a whole lot pre-installed. It does not have LibreOffice. It doesn't really have a whole lot installed by default. It has quite a weird desktop environment. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it is out there. I'm sure you can install your own. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you in the next one.